Anything you can do to help, $5, $10, $25, $100, whatever you can do, we're going to make it, we're going to use that money well, and we're going to win.
The idea that Joe Biden is struggling to raise money is ludicrous. The man had a $10 million haul in the 24 hours after the State of the Union. He had the largest fundraising month on record in February. The RNC is in complete tatters. The DNC is cruising. Donald Trump is on, doing ads hawking $60 Bibles.
Oh, that's gonna hurt!
So you thought Trump was gonna try and flog $60 Bibles and I wasn't gonna feature a Jessica Tarlov segment? Come on. You know me better than that by now.
He's siphoning off donor money to pay for his legal fees. It's a pretty stark contrast of what's going on here. And that, again, to return to where I started, that doesn't mean that Joe Biden is definitely going to win this race. Well, but you look at the money and...
You arrested him. He does need to pay lawyers.
Yep. We didn't arrest him.
Yeah, you did.
Yes,
you did.
We did.
Okay.
Well, you said his mugshot is the most powerful, positive piece of campaign.
Greg, do you think that...
Yes, that's right, folks. As Trump nears the deadline to cough up the money he owes, there's been some strides at Trump HQ to help get ahead. From leaving the door ajar for convicted felon Paul Manafort to return...
Been more desperately in need of money than he is right this second today. The day it is reported that this guy, for all his baggage, for all his ex-con sparkle, this guy is coming back. The guy who specializes in extracting money from Kremlin-aligned interests to serve Vladimir Putin's long-term goals. I wonder why today, of all days, is the day we learn that Paul Manafort is coming back. In any other world, the president bringing back a former campaign chairman who had just gotten out of prison, bringing him back again after he got out of prison would be crazy pants. But in Trump Republican politics, hey, I mean, get in line.
To the wild inflation of Truth Social's value, a platform that boasts just 5 million monthly users and lost 49 million in revenue in 2023. But sure, it's worth billions. Just like Mar-a-Lago.
Oh, it's the genius of Truth Social that has under 500,000 users through the last 9 months of 2023 doing well,
He's
that people
lucky,
want to be on it.
Look at all these people.
And when
He's lucky.
No,
He's lucky.
Yeah. He was a billionaire before this stuff.
Yeah, he was. He had $2
He should have
billion
just
and now he has
invested it in a
6.5 or
savings
whatever.
account.
Okay.
Yeah, and,
Anyway,
you know what? And the government tried to take his money from him. They want to lock him up. They want his money. And now they're furious because he's making money on his own. And you know what? It's poetic justice.
But the best of the bunch is when you have a thrice married former president currently on trial for paying hush money to a porn star he allegedly had an affair with, selling Bibles.
This money might go to pay some of the legal fees for his relationship with a porn star that he paid off. Let us pray.
Wondering what one or two of your most favored Bible verses are and why.
I wouldn't want to get into it because to me that's very personal. You know, when I talk about the Bible, it's very personal, so I don't want to get into verses. I don't want to get into.
There's no verse that means a lot to you that you think about or cite.
The Bible means a lot to me, but I don't want to get into specifics.
Even to cite a verse that you like.
I don't want to do that.
Are you an Old Testament guy or a New Testament?
Probably equal.
And of course, this sparked quite the reaction from those on MSNBC who pointed out the blatant hypocrisy.
People that really believe in the Bible from a Christian point of view. I wonder how many ministers or conservative evangelicals that will go to their pulpit tomorrow or on Sunday, Easter, using the Trump Bible. They ought to be defrocked if they would even try and act like this is nothing but what it is, and that's a hustle.
To some next level verbal gymnastics at Newsmax.
Believers on the left were burning up the headlines saying it was all about money. Aaron Rupar tweeting, geez Louise, he's grifting off the Bible now? Really? The same day that Truth Social started trading on the NASDAQ, making Trump billions. This is not about money. This is about something else.
But I wanted to turn your attention to Fox News to 5 as Jessica Tarlov did her very best to explain the brazen irony at hand while being shouted over, of course.
The idea that Joe Biden is struggling to raise money is ludicrous. The man had a $10 million haul in the 24 hours after the State of the Union. He had the largest fundraising month on record in February. The RNC is in complete tatters. The DNC is cruising. And anyone in their right mind would give almost anything to be able to raise $25 million in one night. But you have this contrast of someone who is selling out events like this, which, by the way, has tickets that go for $200. It's not all $500,000. And Donald Trump is on, doing ads hawking $60 Bibles.
So if anyone's keeping count, right, that is steaks.
You can enjoy the world's greatest steaks in your own home.
Mattresses.
Mattress collection by Serta.
Board games.
My new game is Trump, the game.
Ties, skills, trading cards.
A bold satin tie with the double Windsor nut cards are back with a bang. That's the real deal.
And now, Bibles.
I think you all should get a copy of God Bless the USA Bible Now.
And as I said yesterday, it's not a matter of whether Trump supporters will buy this. Of course they will. It's the fact they believe that this is the candidate that upholds Christian values.
Because of his growing legal bills, reportedly, Donald Trump is now selling Bibles for $60. And they are advertised as, quote, the only Bible endorsed by President Trump.
My God. I mean, it is not only culty, it is grifty. It is so much on brand for Donald Trump. I mean, obviously, he's playing on the themes of, that I am the defender of Christianity, encouraging the Christian nationalists out there. But I think the thing that you can't take your eyes off of is that he's commodifying the Bible during Holy Week, that he's selling it for $60. And this money might go to pay some of the legal fees for his relationship with a porn star that he paid off. Let us pray here. I mean, the cynicism here is not a new story, but can I just remind people that Donald Trump has been asked in the past, what is your favorite verse of the Bible? And he has no idea. He talks about 2 Corinthians. He's been asked by faith leaders, do you ever ask for forgiveness? Do you ever pray? And not really. And yet, conservative evangelical Christians have swallowed this. And so I don't expect that they're not going to swallow, that they're going to draw the line when it comes to this. But this is so much Donald Trump. I mean, it is such an artifact of this political moment.
The man flogging the word for $60, just as Jesus intended, right?
I think you all should get a copy of God Bless the USA Bible Now and help spread our Christian values with others.
People ought to realize how offensive this is to those of us that really believe in the Bible. He's doing this during Holy Week. I mean, tomorrow is Good Friday. Sunday is Easter. Of all of the times you want to hustle using the Bible, why would you do it during Holy Week, which is really a spit in the face of people that really believe in the Bible from a Christian point of view? To go on old ladies that believe that this was the way to God, then I don't know what is. And for those in the evangelical community not to come out and say, wait a minute, during Holy Week, that's a step too far, makes us wonder where their commitment really is.
Because the Jesus I follow reprimanded traders from doing business in God's house. Jesus I read about warned of false prophets, of sacrilegious acts like, say, putting a flag on the gospel.
All right, this is some context for you on where we are in the cash race, right? Joe Biden well ahead of Donald Trump in terms of cash on hand at the end of last month. But in terms of money raised, right, Joe Biden's fundraiser tonight, $25 million. Trump, for the entire month of February, only raised $20 million. That's how big that $25 million is. It's a large chunk of change, a historic chunk, as the Biden campaign was hinting at. And again, a little bit more context. How much would Trump need to sell to reach $25 million? He's selling those Bibles, those God Bless the USA Bibles. He would need to sell more than 400,000 of those to reach $25 million. And remember those Trump Never Surrender sneakers, he would have to sell approximately 62,657 of them. So that's why he's looking forward to that big fundraiser next month. Because simply put, this type of stuff, this gimmicky stuff, ain't going to get him there, Laura.
There is no end to the justification of Trump's antics when it comes to his voters. As I've said, snake oil tastes fine when it helps reaffirm bigotry.
Anything you can do to help, $5, $10, $25, $100, whatever you can do, we're going to make it, we're going to use that money well, and we're going to win because we're dealing against some very sick and corrupt people. So we're going to win. We're going to make America great again, greater than ever before.
We're going to have Donald Trump as a dictator for 4 years. Absolutely. This country needs a dictator. I hate to say that, but it's the truth.
He could stand on the front steps of the White House and and commit murder, and I'm with him.
If he says it, then I'll go with it. And if he wants to be a dictator, then so be it.
Love this video? Make sure you stay up to date on the latest breaking news and all things Midas by signing up to the MeidasTouch newsletter at MeidasTouch.com/newsletter.